A child is working on a coloring book but wants to skip to the next page. The parent sees this and wants the child to finish the current page first. This is a logical request to complete what you've started before moving on to the next task. However, I tend to move on to the next painting before finishing the current one, so I'm kind of like the child. In this video, I want to finish some of the paintings I've started working on. The first painting is one that I used for a puzzle. I worked on it mostly in December but added some finishing touches in January before ordering it as a puzzle. Next, I worked on 12 different cat illustrations for a calendar, which obviously took me a while, and before that I also worked on a flower painting, but apparently I didn't film much of it. Okay, so this is what the painting looks like right now, but I think I need a break from that one, so also I need to continue on those cat illustrations, so I'm gonna work on these first, maybe work on others too, and then move back to the flower painting. For the third painting, I used a screenshot from The Sims 3 as the reference. Although I like the idea of using The Sims as a reference, there were some tricky details in the screenshot, such as the hand. After that, I worked on some watercolor paintings. Although the flower painting was the most tedious due to all its details, it's also my favorite out of the watercolor paintings. Next, I worked on some quick and easy practice portraits, and as these were meant as a watercolor practice, I already had traced the sketch. For most of these paintings, I had the sketches already prepared, whether or not they were traced. Okay, so I'm not that happy with how it is looking so far, but it actually makes it, I think, it takes off the pressure, because if I was very happy with how it looks now, would be like, oh, I hope I don't mess it up now, but since I feel like I can't really mess it up anymore, because if it turns out bad, it's okay, it's just a practice sketch. But if it would be already looking great and I was happy about it, there would be the pressure of messing it up now. So it's actually, but still I'm a little bit hesitant to continue working on this. But if it's bad, it's okay. Although, to be honest, I've been putting it off for maybe 2 days, continue working on this, even though, as I said, it's just it doesn't have to look good, it's just a sketch, or just a practice piece, so it doesn't matter, but so I've been putting it off for a while, or not a while, but you know, for 2 days, although the trace sketches, you know, the pencil lines, I've had for a while, because this is one of the paintings I wanted to finish, so I've kind of been putting off all those paintings to finish, or sketches or drawings, but yeah, so I'm gonna continue this one. I don't really like it that much, but I'm gonna call it finished and just keep moving on with the other ones. Yeah, I don't know, I kind of want a mix of, you know, I want to use the orange and the purple bluish color, and I kind of struggle with the color, also with blending and the details, and I don't know, and I don't know, it's a mess, but that's fine. Okay, the pencil lines are so light that I can barely see that. There's still a little, I can still see them a little bit, so there's still like a little guide or something helpful. By the way, I traced the sketch also for this one, just because I wanted to focus on the watercolor and less on the sketching part. But yeah, it's very, so I might need to improvise and see. I mean, you can still see that there's supposed to be the eye and the eyebrow, so you can still see a little bit. Yeah, but I think I have to work with contrast here too, and hopefully I don't mess. I mean, if I mess up, it's fine. Okay, so until now I only used warm colors, but I think for the shadows and the darker parts, like the hairs, or the hair, I want to go in with purple. So this is where I might mess it up, but again, it's okay. I just need to keep reminding myself that it's okay too, that it's just it doesn't have to look good. It's just to experiment and to figure out, and I think so far I actually like it. And if I mess it up, I can learn from that. So I just need, I think I keep saying it to remind myself. But yeah, so I'm going in with a purple now, but maybe I should wait. Oh no, it seems quite dry, so I think I can continue working on that. I then moved on to a portrait using ink and, well, watercolor for the background. Finally, I wanted to finish some of my sketchbook pages, but I only managed to finish one page, adding a quick 7-minute sketch of a turtle.